Slum Impact Organization was established 2019.
Yes.
How old were you then?
Ha. I was like 18 or like 17 or around that age, like
17,
17,
18.
18. Yes.
So tell me about it.
Okay, so it started like, oh, me and my friends, we're doing this, we're doing that. Then a friend had like a birthday, and then she was going somewhere, and she came back and she told us about the place, and we're like, oh, let's just do something around it. Then we picked up and we're like, okay, we're going to do it. Then we went to this particular place. We saw that they did not have water. Then we bought like bags of water for them. Then we also did other things. Got donations here and there. That was the beginning, honestly. And then it was not slum impact. It's just like we just going out. Then I just actually, because most of my friends then just like got into other things. Then I had to bring it out from there, then make it something that I would love to do on the long run. So that's how slum impacts out comes out from the community of what I share with my friends.
So not like you came from the slum.
No, no, no.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to know. I'm trying to understand what
What brought?
drove you to
Yeah.
establishing Slum Impact.
No, no, no. I honestly, that was the first time for me. My first time seeing
Yeah.
such. So I was moved. I was like, yeah, I didn't know that people were living that way.
Wow.
Me, being brought up in another kind of life, seeing something different. So for me, it was like, wow, people live like this. I mean, I've had several conversations where people tell me some of them are actually okay with it because they think that's how life is, but they're not open to seeing like that's not how life is. Yeah.
So you've gone 5 years already.
Yes, by God's grace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say this is in this journey? I've learned this. Going forward, I want to do this differently. What is that you've really learned in your journey?
I would say a lot. Not just one thing, actually a whole lot. Because when I started and where I am now is pretty much different from where I started. A whole lot different. The people that started with me, some of them are no longer with us, but we've had more people, the reshaping, the vision, the long-term vision. I mean, when I started, it was like, oh, just to give these people but now I have a long-term vision. It's no longer like a short-term that, oh, just do this and leave, just do this and leave. I have a long-term vision. So I've learned to also undo people, because now I'm working with people, like my HR said too. We're working with people, we're doing this, we're doing that. Have learned to manage people more, work with team, be a team play spirit, the team play spirit, bringing it in. I've learned majorly on that too. Okay, so be sustaining the NGO for this long and everything, I would say that I think 2023, we didn't do anything. We didn't do nothing. And it was like, at that point, I felt like, oh, why are we not doing anything? Am I going to just say, I'm not doing it again, this and that? Then at a point, I felt like, I don't want to do too. Like, it's a whole lot. I'm still young. I'm not like so old. I still have other dreams that I want to, achieve too. And I was like, no, maybe I should just give up. I should not do anything. But like the people I also surrounded myself with, encouragement, you can still do it. I mean, it doesn't have to be so big. It's little steps, little drops. You can still do it. So, I mean, that's gotten me this far with the people, especially in the team, like on the team with me. They're pushing me to, to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So shout out to my team members.
Wow. So how did you connect with Ore?
Oh, so basically, when I was in 400, she was in 300.
Okay.
So there's a friend of ours, Vanessa, and then I spoke to Vanessa one time, and I like doing stuff for people. Like my family, my dad, my mom, they always help. They always try to help. They always want to go out of their way for people. So it's just like, it's part of me, right? And then maybe I'm privileged to have some things. And then I've seen people that are not privileged. My dad then would take us to orphanage homes and all these things. And he would talk to us that, see, you guys are privileged because of God. And, so it was just something part of me that, okay, I want to give back to the community. I want to help the society. We can't just be waiting for the government for everything. I, as an individual, how do I help? What can I do? So she has a friend, Vanessa. Vanessa is also my friend. And then I told Vanessa that, I would want to do this, right? And Vanessa was like, she's in an NGO already, a non-profit organization that help people in slums. And I'm like, I want to join. I want to be part of this. I want to help the society too. I'm not just going to be a normal Nigerian doing what we do or complaining about government is not doing this. I want to help the society. So I reached out to Ore, and then I got in, and I've been there and I'm helping.
What is Kick for Change about? That I've seen that Kick for Change. What is it about?
Okay. So for this year, we've been going through like registration process in Nigeria. You know, registration for non-profits can be
Yeah.
a lot in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that.
Okay.
And since we're doing that, we had this Kick for Change project slated for like March or no May.
Yeah.
But it could not hold because of the old registration. Then we pushed it down to December. So the whole idea is using sports, and major sports in Nigeria is like football. We see how football brings different people, different tribes, and then people drop their differences and they're like, you know, this is what what's supporting this club. So we're going to are together in this. So it brings people together.
Yeah.
So we're using it to, you know, make a change, create a change in a particular community, especially a community that is already built around that sport.
Okay.
Like, so they already have like communities of people, teams that play.
Okay.
So it's just like, oh, we're coming to play again. And then what we get, we're going to put it back into the community to help the community grow. So it's bringing people together and also youth engagement. Like now we have a lot of youths, people, like imagine seeing like people around just taking drinks, doing that. They're not doing anything, but some of them actually like sports. When it comes to sports, you see that they are calm. They're not they're calm. They're even together. It's like there's love.
Yeah.
That's what sport brings.
Yeah.
So we're using that initiative, the sports initiative, to bring people together,
Yeah.
to empower them, you know, and then we're open to like collaborating with other people. When we collaborate with other people, we bring opportunities back to the community too, because other people now see the community and see where they can also like impact the community too.
So it's not a one-off. It's not like if you do it once and that's it. It's going to...
Well, I wouldn't say it's a one-off or not. It depends on how we do it at the end. When
The
we see the outcome, yes.
Yeah.
When we see the outcome of this particular, because this is the maiden edition for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for this particular project.
Okay. There are so many talented people in the slum. How can you try to use, your intervention to explore their talents?
All right. So I'll trace back to a particular project we once did.
Okay.
It was called The Big Boys, but it was targeted at SS2 and SS3 students in public schools.
Yeah.
And we had soft skill, like training them on soft skill, especially content creation, because then it was like people just like content creation and then people just use their phone and they don't know that they can access this. And then we have people in the community, in those communities that actually their phones might not be so great, but I mean, they have phones and they can do something.
Yeah.
So we start teaching them how to like use the soft skills, you know. Some of them, it got to the extent that some of them were like, oh, can we get your number? Like, we want to continue this conversation. So it's not just a one-time thing. And there was another particular time we had something that had to do with arts. These ones were even like smaller children, like, but then we could see that, yes, these ones were, what word should I use? They were very interested. They wanted to
The ambition was there.
exactly. They wanted to do that, and we're so happy because I mean, there are actually so much talent in the slum actually, but we need to tap it right and also mold it properly.
So if given the right support to what you do, how are you going to strategically explore talent in slums?
Okay, so if when we get the right support,
Right.
when we get the right support,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to do more standard. It's not going to be one time again. It's going to be like a continuous ride all through, where we do it. Maybe if we're doing it in this community today, we're doing it in the next community, and we're going back to check. It's not a short-term thing. It's a long-term thing that we go back, we check on them, make sure that they're not that you drop someone who has a talent with all the resources and just leave the person, but you are growing with the person, teaching the person how to evolve. Because even in talent management, there's evolution, there's growth. So the way we were using this before is not how we're using it any longer. There's something new, there's something added to it. So it's like we're managing those talents from till they can actually stand on their own. So when we get the right support, we're actually going to do it that way. Make sure we create a particular project that brings in all of them and then nurture them, build them properly for a long term, not just a short term.
How would you say you have collaborated with this era to amplify your job?
Well, I would say that can be very tricky. I would say We've used, I would say, social media. Yeah. Social media a whole lot. I mean, reached a whole lot of people, even people that we've collaborated with, like maybe another non-profit through social media, even companies through social media, create content. And even when you want to create websites, use the new technology that is out to writing stuff, use the new technology. Even with my team management, I mean, I still had like a good class with like my team leads on Google Workspace, how to use Google Workspace to like optimizing it and using it properly so that it fits. So if I tell you, oh, check the sheets for this, you're not like, oh, where's the sheet? But you actually know where the sheet is and you know how to access it. So I taught them that. So I'm using it even inside and outside too. Yeah.
So I want to know now, like, now I think you are a business person now, more of a business person. So I'm always thinking, if you're not generating revenue, you're going to have to suffer that funding barrier. People are not, a lot of NGOs are shrinking every day because of funding. So I'm always trying to tell NGOs, try to generate revenue. Whatever you do, it's not for profit does not exist anymore. I tell you the truth. If you're going to run not for profit, you're going to shrink over time. It's difficult, getting funding. So how can you, with everything you people are set up to do right now, how can you, add, let's begin to generate revenue from within to sustain the vision?
To sustain the vision.
Yes.
So basically, right, I feel, first of all, we all know that we're all sacrificing, first of all. I think it makes it easy. So that when you tell people, okay, can we just crowdfund among ourselves, first of all, it's easy to, okay, I have 1,000 naira, I have 2,000 naira, or we could just all crowdfund within ourselves to, okay, this is what we have now, and then let's use this for whatever project we're trying to go for. I think that helps us a lot. Like everyone in the NGO knows that we're sacrificing for these people out there, these people that don't have. So that mentality already helps us to say, okay, when it's time for crowdfunding, we all get something, or we're all bringing in something to the table. We're not trying to say, oh, I brought more or you brought more. No, we all bring in and they'll put it all together and knowing fully well that it's same, So for our finance guys that are really, really good with management, so we know that, okay, this money brought in is not for any other thing. Oh, this person is not going to steal it. This person is going to do this. It's going to be used for the particular purpose and everything. So that's really, really helped us grow, and then, financing and everything, that's really helped us there.
Wow. So I'll bring it back to the founder.
All right.
Yes. So you strategically need to position yourself to begin to generate revenue. To sustain the vision. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about?
Okay. Well, I would say I am maximizing the fact that I'm a student. There are like impact trainings, especially for leaders that are students too. So I tap into like communities like that, then place myself learning, and then place myself with people. Once, like now, joining fellowships that are like, now we have the Millennium Campus Fellowship. That's a fellowship for students, but global leaders. They call it global leaders. So if you are interested in social impact, you go through a lot of screening, then you join, then you become a fellow, you graduate, then you do impact work basically, and they teach you hands-on training on how to do that. Then you meet people, you train, you meet other people, you collaborate with other people. That way you're positioning yourself. I'm positioning myself, really.
Wow.
How to, to place myself in all those positions. So when I see things that have to do with social impact, I throw myself in, even if it means volunteering in another organization that's already really big, so that I can pick up 1, 2, 3 from there.
How easy has it been for you to attract volunteers
to join the non-profit?
The project, yeah.
Well, I would say at the beginning, like I said, it was just like my friends. So it was very easy because people like to rub with good things. Oh yeah, like, oh, Ora is doing something good. Let me join. Let me up in. I'll be here. I'll be there. So it was easy. Then it got to a point where it wasn't really easy because when you're working with people that you're familiar with, it can be familiarity, which can be a whole lot. That comes in, especially when it's volunteering. I'm not paying you, so I can't, push you to do something I'm not paying you to do. So it got to a point where we started throwing it out, anywhere. If I don't even know you at all, I'm cool with it because now I know that you've seen something for you to join in. You know, that's why you're coming in. So when you see something, you know where you're joining. So it's easier that way to maintain the relationship in the long run.
So what do you think you have aside what you stand for, which is a project? What do you think you have that may want to keep your volunteers, locked down on working with you?
Personally, I would say that I have related with them over time, like personally outside of this, how are you doing? What have you been up to? Know where they are in a particular stage, or what do you do when I have job opportunities, or when I see something that, relates to what you do. I'm going to throw it in for you. I'm going to place your name there because I've worked with you. I know what you can do. So I can stand and say, oh, this person can actually do it. If I see something around my community, and this person fits in, I think I have someone that can do it within my community, then I throw it out to them. So I do beyond like the NGO. I go beyond the NGO and check in on their personal life. Like, are you good? Are you calm? What's going on in your life? Nice to meet you. Be available for them too.
Awesome. So like you probably have like once in a while, if you probably have like the opportunity to say, okay, we want to sponsor your volunteers to encourage more volunteers to come in. All your volunteers right now go on a vacation.
When I get that support, I will do it.
I'll tell you something. You've got to be thinking like that.
Actually, we have something like that is about to surface because we had a meeting with a new collaborator,
Okay.
and we're discussing what they major on is helping volunteers.
Yeah.
What they major on is helping volunteers. So
Good.
we give them impact stories, and they help our volunteers with initiatives, basically.
Yeah.
So we're still on the process discussing that.
Right. So to wrap up everything right now, in all of everything right now, what are your major challenges? What is that thing that is like a barrier? Please say it the way it is.
He said I should say it the way it
Yes,
is.
please.
I would say number one, Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria is a place for you to make great impact, but like Nigeria itself also chokes you.
I know.
Like, it chokes you from
How?
actually
How?
making
Explain. How?
I would say the government, even just the registration itself, the process was a whole lot.
Oh, to register the
Yes,
right.
was a whole lot. I
Yeah.
mean, I want to do good, but you're making it look like I'm going to struggle just to do good.
Yeah.
So then when I want to do things in like the public sector, like secondary schools and all of that, there are like protocols.
Yeah.
And then with those protocols comes all those, 1 or 2 year, just before you can get there. And the community themselves, Nigerians themselves too, can be the problem.
Yeah.
You want to do something here, they lead here, they have one person that you meet, and then the person's like, you have to do this before you can use here. But like, I'm trying to help you. So why do I have to do all of this just to help you?
Yeah.
It just makes the help invalid
Yeah.
at the very end.
And it makes it so difficult.
Yeah, like, why am I stressing just to help you at the very end? Then probably finances, actually.
Yeah.
Getting funding.
Take a minute and look at the camera and tell the world what you want. What sort of support are you looking for? Just steal it away.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
What we want from you at SIO is we want your support, we want your help in any possible way that you can help us. Funding, resources, clothes, money, books. Yeah, books. We also accept books. We are really ready to collaborate and, partner with you. Thank you very much.